Okay, good day, everybody. So this is the latest video update on K2 Robot because we just released two new features and also it's been a long time since the last video update. Okay, and no thanks to Donald Trump now. As you all know, right now we are undergoing this downtrend in Wall Street. Okay, let me show you where is it. Right here. Okay, right here. So we are undergoing this downtrend, but thankfully, 2 weeks already, the market is going up and looks likely we are going to have a short swing up. So that is where the K2 robot can start to make some money after the downtrend. I will address this in a moment's time, but let's focus on the new features released in K2 robot that you need to know. Okay, so firstly, under Strategy Lab, under Trendmaster, right, we have opened up more parameters for you to adjust the robot. Now, Trendmaster is a trend signal. That means the stock must be on an uptrend, okay, before it pick the signal. And how do we do that? We use the moving average, okay, the gradient, the degree of the slope of the moving average plus the stack up of the short term over the long term to mark out the trending stock and then indicate using candlestick reversal pattern for signal day. For entry day, how do we decide which stock to go into on the entry day? Now, this is it, the entry parameters, which in the previous version, you have got no control to adjust. So right now, we open it up for you. You will have a chance to see how to adjust the robot. Let me just quickly give you an overview because a lot of the parameter, we have this little eye over to explain to you. Also, I don't want to go through every single one of them. I will just give you a broad overview of what it does, and then you can go into the details and then adjust your robot. Okay, now P percentage is a proprietary indicator that we use to measure the trend power. So setting 40 to 100, typically you should be able to pick up still trending stock. Okay, trending stock. Of course, those stocks that are bordering on the value of 40 to 50%, the moment it dropped to 30%, it will not take any more trade. That means the system will classify that as this stock downtrend cemented. So avoid trading downtrending stock. So this is how we use P percentage to control. Now, this is on top of the strategy itself already looking for uptrending stock. So this is an additional filter just to make sure we are trading uptrending stock. Okay. Now this is the entry. Okay. Entries trigger signal. Entry trigger distance from signal day candle high. Okay. When you are trading, right, you will have let me remove this. You will have a signal day followed by an entry day. Okay. So signal day. Okay, entry day. So for the stock to go to take the trade, for the bot to take the trade on the stock, the price of today must move up 0.3% above the signal day high. Signal day high. Okay, so this is the criteria before you take trade. Because every day you may have 10, 20 stock on standby to buy. But which one to buy first? So whichever triggers this condition to buy first, will buy first lah. All right. Now, how long should you give this time? Okay, how long do you wait for the entry day to happen? This is where you configure to wait for it. Okay, so in the default setting, we have put 5 days. That means after the signal day, the robot will work for 5 days. If 5 days never trigger the entry requirement of 0.3%, then it will not take the trade anymore. The stock will be discarded. Okay, and when it take the trade, 10 days, there should not be a new trade. That means the interval between two trades on the same stock will be at least 10 days. So if you are very uncomfortable, you feel that it's overexposure to a certain stock, for example, Palantir or Apple, then you want to change it to 20 day, 30 day, 40 day, up to you. Now, after you change, how do you know the parameter works? Very good question, right? So you set it and then you come down here and you run the test to back test and then you compare the performance. If it is good, then probably you have found the right parameter. Or if it is bad, then you know better stick to 10 days. Okay, now this is the price and volume constraint. I shall not talk too much into it. It is very simple. Now, average daily range. Now, this is the other parameter that is not common out there. So I want to explain to you. This is the average daily range that the stock is expected to make. okay, on any given day. So right here, we put 2%, okay? It means over the past 20 days, if the average daily range movement of the stock is at least 2%, the stock will be traded by the robot. Why we put 2%? You can also put 4, 8, 10, up to you, or up to 100%. Okay, that means the higher you put, right, the more volatile the stock you are trading. And when the more volatile the stock you are trading, remember, movement doesn't mean only up, coming down is also considered, also counted. So if you put 5%, it means 5% up and down. So if you can take this kind of volatile trade, and you should increase this. Now, the advantages of setting this, right, guys, is if you put 5%, if you are always correct in the trade, in the trend, like for example, Nvidia lah, Tesla lah, upcoming Palantir also may be very strong. So you will be able to make money very fast because the stock is moving up very fast. Or every day 3%, 3% key, 10 days, 30% already. So this is the advantage of setting this. But you must remember, coming down will be as fast. Also, you can play around with this very exciting parameter to set. For exit, right, guys? This one is to address some of your question for exit. Wait, let me check. Did I record? Oh yeah, I did. I thought I forgot to record. Okay, so for exit, we have got either you. This exit is for taking profit lah. Stop loss is below. I talk about taking profit first. So taking profit, we have to set a very, very high and far target that is not expected to meet, which is 600%. Why do we do that? It's because in terms of order ticket submission, they require a target profit as well as a stop loss. Okay, so this is where the stop loss is. Okay, but okay, this is the trading stop trading stop to protect your profit. So if you were to just submit trading stop, it will not work. It must come with a target profit, a limit selling price. So we put 600%. Intention is not for the stock to win 600%. Is so that we can set the trading stop. Now, this is the trading stop method in the Trendmaster robot that you have been using. The stock must make at least a minimum gain of 3%, and then it will start to mark the low, okay, of the past 7 days, and it will use that as a exit. So imagine, right, if the stock moves up from 3% all the way to 10%, then from on the day when it has achieved 10%, it will count back 7 days, okay, and mark that low and use that as an exit if the stock were to reverse its upward movement. Okay, so how will the 7 days start? Minimum gain of the stock must be 3%. So the trailing stop will be activated once the stock hit 3% minimum gain. Then the trailing stop will come in. Okay, so if you think that 3% is too small, you want it to move up even higher before you have the trailing stop, you can set to 6%, 9%, 10%. Okay, now, then it will start to look for the 7-day break. And as the stock climbs higher, your 7-day low will also go higher. This is what we call trailing stop. Okay, now, if you were to set this, okay, the difference between setting this number low and high is if you set it low, okay, it means your trading stop will be easily, your stock will easily go into a trading stop, and then a lot of your profit may be protected. But if you set this too high, like for example, 20% or 30%, right, then before it hit 10%, 20%, your stop, okay, your stop will still be your stop loss. It will not be the trading stop. Okay, so a reasonable number, usually 1% to 5%, reasonable number. But you can always test it out. You can put 1% back test, 5% back test, and compare the results, right? Then, okay, by the way, if you do not understand or if you have any question with regard to setting the parameter, let me know under the video, the comments. Okay, I will try my best to answer. Or if another video is necessary, we can do another video to explain these parameters to you. So because these are all very very powerful, very useful features that can allow you to enjoy your time freedom and let the robot trade for you. Set the parameter that works for you. Okay, now there are 3 other methods to trim the profit. So I'll not explain these 3. I'll just explain the default one. Okay. Let's go to the stop loss. Now, under stop loss, guys, we used to have a wide stop loss of 33%, and this always invite question, why is the stop loss so far away? Okay, now let me explain to you. Because in the first place, Trendmaster, the watch list, right? Trendmaster 100, Trendmaster 38, trades the most successful stock using Trendmaster. So they all have this upward trend bias. Okay, and it is protected by the strategy. This strategy itself already detect uptrend, then only take the trade. And then we have additional trend filter over here, 40 to 100. So those stocks that we are trading are uptrending stock, and they should not retrace as much as 33%. Yes, slight retracement from 10 to 20% is possible, but we don't expect all of them to hit the 33%, which is rare, so that we are not swung out of the market of these stocks. Okay, that is why we have a wide stop loss. Now, having this wide stop loss will prevent you from exiting. Like for example, those of you who are already on the trend, the K2 master, right? K2 master on the K2 robot, right? You would have experienced your stock going down, and some of the stock did cut loss. Okay, did cut loss, but no choice. We have to respect Donald Trump. But most of the stock actually are still in position, right? Because they have never went as low as the stop loss. Like for example, Philip Morris. This one a lot of people have Philip Morris. Okay, again, guys, it came down during the tariffs, in the peak of the tariffs to 9.7%. If we go and put a stop loss at what, 5% or even 7%, someone already will right? Then you would have been swung out of the stock unnecessarily. Am I gong? Okay, and then you can check, right? Even for this stock, you can check, right? The pullback of the stock rarely hit 33%, guys. Can you see, you know? That is why we use a white stock for automated trading system like this, or so that we do not get swung out of the stock. But again, I must say, it depends on the stock you are trading. You can see this Philip Morris has an upside bias. Let me go to the weekly chart. Has an upside bias. Oops, sorry. Has an upside bias, right? So we don't expect it to pull back more than 33%. That is the reason for the wide stop loss. Again, it works on the type of stocks that Trendmaster is trading. If you randomly pick a stock in the market and you try to apply this 33%, then you will lose a lot of money if you do that. Nobody do that. Also, the type of stock is important. Okay, now the change that we have over here in the new release is traditionally we are using this 3%. Okay, but we found a better way to manage this fixed stop loss. Okay, stop loss is a must, guys. It's a protection against huge loss. Okay, so ATR as a fixed stop loss. So for the stock we back tested, right? Our ATR period is 21 days, multiplier is 8. So when we set this parameter up, and if the stock gap down or whatever, right, it is still protected at the 35% level. Okay, this works quite well for our Trendmaster strategy on a different list of stock. Now, this different list of stock is something very exciting. I'm going to introduce to you. Okay, so just that will come in the later part of the video, but right now, appreciate this ATR as a stop loss. It will help you to set a stop that is closer to the price, and then yet it doesn't get triggered so often. Okay, so that is the new change of the Trendmaster that I want to talk to you about today. Now, the other things that we open up, okay, this one I think you are very familiar. Trade sizing and management, or risk per trade tool. If you sorry. I stepped myself. If you are a more conservative trader, you can set this to 1%, set this to 0.5%, and so on. Okay, and this is your maximum number of position and your maximum number of trades. These are the parameters, okay, that we have set up. Now, this is the Trendmaster parameters. We open up, liberalize it, okay, so that user have more control over the strategy, and then you can tweak it to work for you. Now, the other exciting new feature that we want to talk about today is the new watch list that we have created, which is called the Dynamic Strong Stocks. Okay, you have got the traditional S&P 500, TM38 watch list, TM100 watch list. These two watch lists are fixed list of stock. They do not change. But when you talk about dynamic strong stocks, okay, this is something very exciting because these are the stocks that is trading the top performance, top 10 percentile performance of the Wall Street stocks. Okay, so let me show you over here at my software. Okay, dynamic strong stock. Okay, I have got it set up. Like based on last Friday's trading, right, 25th of April, there are 25 stocks inside this list, which tonight on a Monday, 28th of April, it looks set to look for an entry in these stocks. So let me go through these stocks with you, and you will be able to appreciate that they are all that outperform the S&P 500. Okay, they are high, we call it high relative strength. So they are all very strong momentum stock. Or as you can see, they are all uptrending stocks. Just imagine if you are always trading these stocks, okay, it will increase your probability of getting it right. I'm doing a quick click of the stock to show you that they are mostly uptrending stock. Okay, this one you may say, hey, this is downtrend, but over the past 1 year, right? Over the past 1 year, okay, it is trading near the high and look like it's going to break out. This is very different from the TM100 and TM38, which is just wait for that 100 stock, wait for 38 stocks to trigger the signal. This is updated weekly. This list of stocks are updated weekly. That means they are the top 10 percentile of the stock. Okay, top 10 percentile of the stock. So you can see like Alibaba, recently they got this AI, right? So they are already starting to move up. So this is also inside this top strong momentum stock, top 10 percentile. You got Roblox, very strong uptrending stock. Okay, and then you have got all these gold stock definitely lah. The gold is up also all the gold stock all appear here. So imagine you know the gold prices are going up, gold stocks are doing well, and you want to buy gold stock, but you don't know how to buy, when to buy, right? Let the robot take care for you using this watch list. Okay, then I think I saw Palantir, right? Just yeah, there Palantir. Oh, uptrending stock. Uptrending stock. Okay, so the robot will be looking to trade these list of stocks. And you got this app. This one is app. Okay, so it has got it has a deep pullback lah. Yes lah, but then again, the what you call that? The 52 weeks the 52-week performance, okay, it is still outperforming most of the stocks. That is why it's inside this list over here. Okay, so this is the new change, this watch list, dynamic strong stocks. Now, ESP master users, you will also have access to this stock. Tonight Traders Club meeting, I will be showing you how to use this list of stocks. Okay, now let's come back to the robot. So if you are selecting this watch list, remember the stocks inside are updated on every weekend. That means every week it will update this watch list with the top 10 percentile of trending stock. And then the following week, it will start to monitor for entry in this list of stocks. So in a way, this watch list is robust and it is eternal. It can run well forever. Okay, so because it is always tracking the most updated list of stocks. So let me run the back test for you, 2020 to 2025. You can only run past 5 years from today to 5 years ago. So this is 28, today is 28. Okay, correct. So let's run the back test and let's see the results. Okay, it will take some time. So let me just pause the video here so that we don't waste your time listening to my trash talk. Okay, I'll come back when it's done. All right, guys. So it took about less than 2 minutes before it's done. Okay, less than 2 minutes before it's done. So this is the performance of the robot using the dynamic strong stocks from the back test that we did earlier. And this is the performance. So as you can see, when the market is trending up, right, guys? Okay, first of all, let's appreciate this equity curve. Okay, based on 25K. So green color is S&P 500 and equity ROI means the robot's performance. So as you can see, consistently outperforming the S&P 500 in no matter what season. And when, okay guys, and when the market is very bullish, these dynamic strong stocks, right? You must remember they are trading the stocks in this watch list are the top 10 percentile. So when the market is bullish, right, you can see it really will shine. It really will outperform the S&P 500. Okay, and now we are facing a drawdown. Okay, we are facing a drawdown. So even with the drawdown, if you have started the robot 5 years ago, right, you are still sitting on a very comfortable, let me see, very comfortable 182%. Okay, versus the S&P 500 at 82%. So it outperformed by more than 100%. Okay, now this is the drawdown period. Historically, the worst was this, let me see, 24, 25%. So currently, we are looking at about 24, 23%. Okay, drawdown. So this is the average drawdown that if you use this robot, this setting on this dynamic watch list. Now, I must stress again, right? This dynamic watch list is the wonderful invention of 2025 for us, a breakthrough for us, because this list of stocks are updated weekly. Again, I say updated weekly. So different time of the year is trading different stock. Okay, for example, right? We all know Tesla performed well during the COVID time. We all know NVIDIA performed well in 2024. Okay, so if you were to use a fixed watch list, it may never trigger that stock if it is not inside the watch list. But because you have used these strong momentum stocks, you will always be trading those stocks that are outperforming the rest of the stock market. Like right now in the watch list, you saw that there are gold stocks, right? Gold stocks. If you go and if you were to, okay, let's just take one of the gold stock. I like Harmony. Let me just take Harmony. There's no Harmony here. Harmony. I thought I saw Harmony. There you go, Harmony. Okay, let's talk about Harmony. Okay. If you were to trade Harmony, right, because the oil prices are not up, or over the past since COVID time, it's very slow, start at that range, right? You will definitely underperform. So the best time to trade Harmony is 2024 onwards when it is very strong. This is when it will start to appear inside that strong momentum stock. This is the percentage level of the RS strength, as you can see. Top 90%. So 93 is the lowest in the list today. It's InSmed, then all the way to Palantir. Okay. Now, I have seen enough about these watches because we have been working on this for months, guys. So finally, we got it working, very excited. So therefore, this video to show you how to use it. Okay, so once you are happy with the performance, you save the strategy. We call this Gen 2 lah. TrendMaster Gen 2. I save. Okay, save already. Okay, so I go to lab reports. The lab reports, you'll be able to see the performance currently up 179%. Okay, so this is the performance of the board. And if you want to go back, all those tests that you do, right? Just now I was playing with it. All tests you do, after you set, you just need to click and you will go back to the setting. Okay, go back to the graph to let you appreciate the performance. So if you want to run the robot, you just click save. Okay, it will save it to the dashboard. This is the dashboard. Give it a moment. There you go. Just now I saved TM Gen 2, right? Then all you need to do is to turn it on. Okay, turn it on. Then it will start to take trade. Then I have to go and disable my 2% over here. There you go. Okay, not say this old TrendMaster is no longer good. Okay, it is still good. Or it's just that this TrendMaster will be more how to say, more the stock that is trade is not as exciting as the strong dynamic stock. And also we do not know when the watch list, the stock in the watch list will be out of favor in the market or this watch list. So therefore, I think the dynamic strong stocks is something that has got a big potential because it will always be trading the strongest stock. Okay, so yep, depend on you and see which one you prefer to use and then configure it to use. Once again, leave any comments below the video so that we can have a discussion and help you understand more on the different settings. Okay, and then create the bots that can help you trade the Wall Street while you're sleeping. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for your attention and may Donald Trump keep his mouth shut for the rest of the 4 years. Bye bye.